Tarlac City, the capital of the province of Tarlac, covering a total land area of more than 36,000 hectares. Its vast lands have served as home to many businesses and industries. Its central location has made it the economic hub, attracting investors and visitors, both local and foreign. Now, Tarlac City is bustling with a booming economy, growing industries, progressing commerce, and developing tourism, together with deep culture, ethnicity, history, and spirituality.
There is so much to know and discover about Tarlac City. Kaya samahan niyo ako ikutin at explore ang beauty at charm ng Tarlac City.
Tarlac City has a colorful and interesting story. The story of the founding of the now capital of the province may very well be the story of the whole province of Tarlac. Para mas makilala natin ang Tarlac City, kasama natin si Professor Lino Dizon mula sa Tarlac State University Center for Tarlaceño Studies. Hi, Prof. Lino! Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Sobrang looking forward po ako makabisita dito sa Museo Arkivo Tarlaceño. Since expert po kayo sa history ng Tarlac, maybe you can give us a brief description of the history of Tarlac City po.
Opo ma'am, we are very honored for your visit here, no? Malawas ko po sa aming Museo Arkivo Tarlaceño ng Tarlac State University. Where you are now, ma'am, is the site of the Casa Real, which became the Malacanang of President Emilio Aguinaldo when Tarlac became his revolutionary capital from June 21 to November 11, 1899. So ito po yung actual site, itong museong ito, where you are now.
Prof. Lino, pwede po bang explain kung ano po yung mga larawan na ito?
Okay, ma'am. Ito po kasi, itong old picture na ito, tells something about the inauguration of the first high school in the Philippines. So, nasa actual site tayo, actual found. And then, yung Casa Real, ang sabi ko, would be burned in 1906. At makakaroon ng Tarlac Manual School Building ang lalawigan, no? At dito, in 1904, magkakaroon ng pinakaunang statwa ni Dr. Jose Rizal. This is claimed to be the first statue ni Dr. Jose Rizal sa Pumbi.
Dito po pala sa Tarlac yun.
Opo. Yun po yung claim, no, ng Tarlac Historical Society. So, these are some of our important photo collections here at the Museo Arkivo. Ito ay tungkol sa Tarlac Cathedral, na very historical din, no? And one of the important historical sites ng Tarlac City. So, ito kasing Tarlac Cathedral was the site of the Congress, no? Revolutionary Congress under President Emilio Aguinaldo in 1899, no? Kanya merong mga stereo view ng mga Spanish prisoners at that time. Then, ito rito yung mga feligreses or the parishioners in 1899. Kanya nagkaroon ng maraming photos about the cathedral also.
Wow! Ganun pala ka-rich ang history ng Tarlac City. It's so nice to know things like these. I bet, ngayon nyo lang nalaman ang mga bagay na ito. Even for those who have been living in Tarlac City for a long time already.
Quick trivia, alam nyo ba na nagkaroon ng University of the Philippines Tarlac noong unang panahon? I'm sure marami sa inyo ang hindi nakakaalam nito.
To give us more insights about the evolution of Tarlac City, from an old pueblo to its present-day glory, we are joined by Professor Rodrigo Sicat, a known local historian.
Hi, Doc Rod.
Hello, Dayan.
Can you please share with us the evolution of Tarlac City from a settlement to a cosmopolitan city po?
Ang mga unang tao dito sa bayan ng Tarlac na tinatawag nating mga Aita who are the aborigines of the area, natuto silang maging creative.
Opo.
So, ang ginagawa nila ay inuhuli nila to, they hunt them, they prepare them, they cure them, and then hina-harvest nila. But later on, nakita ng mga tao na mas maigi kung sila na ang lumapit dito.
Apo.
So yung new settlement was created dito sa may Tarlac River dito. Kanya yung simbahan nasa likod ng ilog Tarlac. As in most churches, most towns, they are located along the rivers. Dito sa ilog na to, at saka sa paligid nito, maraming mga wild grasses o mga damon, ang tawag ay talak o talak. Doon nag-evolve yung salitang tarlac. So, malaki ang damo na to. Maraming gamit ito. It's a sturdy, it's a boisterous grass. What makes Tarlac City great is because of yung mga migrants na
different migrants.
nagpunta dito. Maganda dito kasi nga very abundant ang resources dito. But today, dahil wala na silang space, saan sila pupunta kung hindi dito? So, development is fast moving in Tarlac City. So, in the future, and I cross my finger, bibilang ka lang another siguro 20 years lang. Iba na ang magiging landscape nito. Yung pinaka-treasure talaga ng Tarlac City, yung mga tao niya. It's the people which is the greatest treasure of Tarlac City. That will make it as a powerful, as a great cosmopolitan city in the future.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rod, for your time. Marami po talaga akong natutunan tungkol sa history ng Tarlac City. Another historical site here in Tarlac City is the San Sebastian Cathedral, located at the city's poblacion. It was established in 1721. San Sebastian is also Tarlac City's patron saint.
A surviving witness to this rich history is the San Sebastian Cathedral, located at the city's poblacion. Established in 1721, the San Sebastian Cathedral was the first parish church of San Sebastian, the patron saint of the old Tarlac town.
The San Sebastian Cathedral is also home to the Diocese of Tarlac. Alam nyo ba na sa lugar na ito, nag-convene ang Revolutionary Congress ni President Emilio Aguinaldo noong 1899. Hi guys! Ayan, on the way naman tayo ngayon sa Aquino Center. Ano kaya ang makikita natin doon? Well, let's find out later. So we are now here at the Aquino Center. The Aquino Center is dedicated to our former Senator, Ninoy Aquino. So, what can we see here at the museum? We can see photographs and memorabilia of the former senator. Tayo ngayon sa loob ng museum. As you can see, there are lots of photographs. And then right now, titignan natin
Ito yung sinasabi nilang itsura ng cell ni Senator Ninoy Aquino dati noong 1972 until 1980 nung nakulong siya sa Fort Bonifacio. So let's check.
Hi guys! Andito naman tayo ngayon sa Rizal Marker. Alam nyo ba na dumaan at nagpalipas ng gabi dito sa Tarlac City ang ating national hero na si Jose Rizal?
Found in the Tarlac Plazuela, just a few steps from the City Hall, is the Rizal Historical Marker. On June 27, 1892, Rizal spent a night in the house of Capitan Evaristo Puno. This was his last stop before heading out to Camiling, Tarlac para bisitahin si Leonor Rivera. Tarlac City is also home to great educational institutions. Did you know that the first ever Don Bosco campus in the Philippines is the one here in Tarlac City? The Don Bosco Technical Institute, or more popularly known as DBTI, has produced so many prominent figures in and out of the city.
Ang Don Bosco Technical Institute Tarlac ang pinakaunang Salesian School dito sa Pilipinas. Ito ang nagsilbing tahanan sa libo-libong mga kabataan sa loob ng 8 dekada. Ang Don Bosco para sa mga kabataan ay hindi lang eskwelahan. Hindi lang ito eskwelahan kung saan nagpo-produce tayo ng mga graduates, pero ito ay isang pamilya kung saan nakikita ng mga kabataan yung kanilang tahanan, bumubuo sila ng komunidad, nagkakaroon sila ng mga kaibigan. Ito ay tinuturing nilang playground kung saan sila naglalaro. At ito rin para sa kanila ay isang simbahan kung saan natuklasan nila at nagkakaroon sila ng ugnayan sa Panginoon.
Dito rin sa Tarlac City, matatagpuan ang pinakaunang secondary public high school sa buong Pilipinas. Ito ay ang Tarlac National High School. Ang dami palang mga historical first dito sa Tarlac City. Matatagpuan din dito sa Tarlac City ang isa sa mga pinakamalaking universidad sa Central Luzon, ang Tarlac State University, kung saan nasa more than 15,000 estudyante ang kasalukuyang naka-enroll dito. Isa rin sa may mayaman na kasaysayan ay ang Tarlac City Plazuela. Alam nyo ba na sina Dr. Jose Rizal, Emilio Aguinaldo, Antonio Luna at Apolinario Mabini ay minsang pumisita dito? Ngayon, ginagawa itong isang pasyalan na pwede para sa buong pamilya. Ang Tarlac City ay kilala ding Cradle of Faiths dahil makikita mo rin dito ang iba't ibang mga simbahan, templo at worship places ng iba't ibang relihiyon. Tarlac City is a diverse community of people with different palates for food. It is also home for talented home cooks and food connoisseurs. All over the city, you will find eateries and canteens, restaurants and cafes, and side street food stores offering not only local dishes but also international cuisines.
Tarlaceños must really love eating food. So join me as we check out different food spots here in Tarlac City.
Alam nyo ba na ang goat meat dishes ay isa sa mga pinaka-popular na local dishes dito sa Tarlac? If you're into exciting goat dishes, must visit ang Tatuns Restaurant. Mula sa isang simpleng restaurant, ay nakilala bilang isang famous na stopover for lunch ang Tatuns Restaurant. Craving for kalderetang kambing? Punta na kayo sa Tatuns!
Para naman sa mga plantito at plantita na gustong matuto mag-grow ng mga green leafies at herbs, punta na po kayo dito sa Santis Farm. Aside that, meron din silang mga Filipino dishes na organically produced na actually galing lang sa farm nila. At excited na akong matikman. Mangantamu! Okay, so this is called tanglad chicken. Ganito siya kinakain dito. Pakita ko sa inyo. Lalagyan ng chicken, yung arugula, and then add some alfalfa. ididip sa sauce. And let's try it. Sarap! Definitely a must-try dito sa Santi's Farm. After that, sabi nila, you have to eat a tomato para siguro to just refresh the palate. Let's move on to the second dish. This is called trout fillet. Actually, fan ako ng trout. Ayan. It's really soft. Ang sarap. It really melts in your mouth. Alam nyo ba na ang trout na ito ay galing pang Norway? So, what are you waiting for? If you pass by Tarlac, make sure na dumaan kayo dito sa Santi's Farm.
If habol mo naman ay quick food at a very affordable price, check out nyo rin ang Apag Restaurant. From grilled food to soups to appetizers, their wide variety of dishes will definitely satisfy your cravings.
So yung concept namin dito sa Apag, if you notice yung interior namin, just like at home, parang nasa bahay ka lang. Then kinikater namin madalas yung mga middle class. So yung concept ng food namin, Filipino food, na may mga iba-ibang twist. So ino-offer namin yung mga best menu namin. Then after na kumain nila, parang napapawaw sila kasi budget friendly yung presyo namin. Ang mga tao ngayon hindi na lang basta-basta dinadaanan ang Tarlac City going to Pangasinan o Baguio. Usually dinadaanan na din siya sa mga kakaibang kinakainan. No, sinasabi nga melting pot yung city natin. So iba-ibang taong pumupunta dito. So maliban sa pagiging hospitable natin, tumatatak sa atin yung pagiging magaling magluto. Come and join with us para matikman nyo yung kakaibang putahe na mayroon ng mga taga Tarlac City.
Andito naman tayo ngayon sa Betty's Special Native Cakes para tikman ang iba't ibang klase na kakanin na talaga namang pinupuntahan ng karamihan. Meron silang kapit rolls, kapit toppings, duman, at syempre ang cassava cake. Tara, tikman natin.
Actually, hindi ako mahilig kumain ng cassava cake, but
Sarap. Next is ang tinatawag nilang duman. Tikman naman natin. Parang meron siyang, yung texture niya parang suman, yung sa end. Next is kapit toppings. Sarap. Medyo sticky talaga siya pero sarap. Next is yung kapit rolls naman. I can attest na masarap talaga ang mga kakanin dito sa Betty's. Actually, first time ko matikman ang tatlong kakanin dito at ang pinaka nagustuhan ko ay ang duman. Kaya if ever you're passing by here in Tarlac City, make sure dumaan kayo dito sa Betty's Special Native Cakes.
kakausapin naman natin ngayon si Sir Willie Toldanes, ang Senior Tourism Officer dito sa Tarlac City, para kamustahin ang turismo ngayon dito sa Tarlac City. Let's go! Hi Sir Willie! Marami pong salamat sa pagtanggap sa amin dito sa Tarlac City.
Welcome welcome sa Tarlac City. Meron kaming dito magazine para malaman mo kung yung mga places of interest, yung mga pagkain, kung saan pwede kumain, saan pwede mamasyal. Marami tayong pwedeng pasyalan dito, no? Nandiyan yung aking museum, maraming places of interest, pero pagdating naman sa pagkain, kasi kung isa kang turista, yung punta mo sa isang lugar, it will never be complete kung hindi mo matitikman yung local dishes nila, yung mga specialty nila, di ba? Dito naman sa Tarlac City, so it's a conglomeration of different cultures, like yung mga Kapampangan, nandito, mga Ilocano, yung mga Pangasinense, mga Tagalog, no? So halo-halo yung natin, no? So meron silang sariling specialty na minanapan nila sa mga kanunuan nila at dinala nila sa present time, no. Ngayon naman isang pinopromote ng Tarlac City. Not only Tarlac City, kundi ng national government. Yung farm tourism. Dahil ang farm tourism is not only for selling, for recreational also for us. Pwede mong dalhin yung pamilya mo kasi 6 o'clock in the morning, nag-open na sila.
Thank you so much, Sir Welly, for your time. Sobrang looking forward na po talaga ako maikot ang Tarlac City at matikman yung mga different restaurants at mga mapuntahan yung mga iba't ibang lugar po na nasi-share niyo sa akin ngayon. Thank you so much po.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Nabusog naman talaga ako kakaikot sa iba't ibang restaurants dito. And now, I think we need to take a break from all the eating and see kung anong mga pasalubong ang pwede kong iuwi. Let's go!
Aside from the shopping malls na makikita here sa Tarlac City, alam niyo ba na ang center of commerce dito ay ang Eftaneda Street? Parang one-stop shop ang Eftaneda Street. Sa mga damit, kainan, appliances, lahat makikita mo na dito. Kaya araw-araw ay sobrang busy ng Eftanedo dahil sa mga namimili at mga iba't ibang business establishments na matatagpuan dito. Huwag na muna tayong lumayo. Dahil located at the Tarlac City Hall, we'll be checking out the Tarlac City Pasalubong Center. It is managed and operated by the city government of Tarlac. The Pasalubong Center offers different crafts, products, and food that are made and manufactured by True Blue Tarlaceños. Okay, andito naman tayo ngayon sa Pasalubong Center at kasama natin ngayon si Miss Mines. Miss Mines, maraming salamat po sa pagtanggap sa aming pagbisita dito sa Pasalubong Center.
Nag-start po ito dahil sa thrust ng ating present administration under our beloved City Mayor, Mayor Cristina Angeles, na gusto po matulungan ang ating sa society natin, itong sector na ito, na mai-promote po ang mga gawang Tarlac City products. So, ito po ay pinote up ng ating mahal na mayor para po ma-display natin at mai-promote po natin ang ating mga products na Tarlac City made.
Miss Mines, pwede niyo po bang i-share sa amin yung mga bestseller dito sa Pasalubong Center?
Actually po, hindi naman po sa pagmamayabang. Halos po ng lahat ng produkto natin ay bestseller. Bakit po namin nasabi yon? Kasi pagdating po sa food, talaga ang ating mga mushroom chicharon, may mga nag-order na po kasi sa atin na dinadala na ito sa ibang bansa.
Bulk na po yan.
Oo, in bulk.
Sa non-food po.
Non-food po natin. Mabenta po sa ating, gawa po ng ating KWO, na meron po sila mga citronella products na katulad ng oil for massage. May oil din po sila for diffuser. At meron din po kasi silang mga tinda katulad po ng ating mga water lily products.
Can you guess where these handicraft products are made of? Let's see if you can guess correctly. Sirat na ba, guys? These products are actually made of water lilies. Yes, you heard that right. Water lilies. Because actually, Tarlac has mastered the art of weaving water lilies. So, if you pass by Tarlac City, make sure to pass by the Pasalubong Center because not only you can help local businesses thrive, but the items here are also best for gift ideas. Ma'am Mines, ano naman po yung naging impact ng Pasalubong Center sa mga small business owners?
Unang-una po, nakatulong talaga tayo dahil dagdag po talaga ito sa kanilang income. Pangalawa, nakikilala na po ang Tarlac City sa ibang lugar. Malaking promotion po ito sa ating bayan.
Okay, ngayon naman po Miss Mines, can you invite our viewers to visit the Pasalubong Center?
Yes, of course. Kaya malugod po namin kayong iniimbitahan na pumasyal naman po dito sa ating Tarlac City Pasalubong Center at marami po kayong makikita po mga produkto na hindi nyo po mabibili sa labas or sa ibang mga tindahan.
Joining us now is Miss Katie Angeles Go, KWO Chairperson, para pag-usapan kung ano ba talaga ang KWO, what it stands for, at ang iba't ibang livelihood programs at trainings nila.
Hi, Miss Diane. Thank you for your time. So, yung KWO natin, also known as Kaisa Women's Organization, non-profit organization, non-commercial organization, NGO siya, na binuo ni Mayor Christy Angeles. So right now, we have 14,850 members. And yung pinaka-main advocacy ni Mayor is to provide livelihood trainings and seminars sa mga kababaihan natin dito sa Tarlac City.
Okay, Miss Katie, can you share with us yung mga iba't ibang produkto na ginagawa ng KWO?
So yung KWO kasi, we have many products tulad ng citronella oil, diffuser oil, fabric conditioner, dishwashing liquid, angel candle, meron din kaming mga bags na ginagawa. We also provide trainings and seminars sa bag making, candy making. Meron din kaming seminars for the meat processing, ganon.
Besides sa mga produktong na-mention niyo earlier, meron pa ba kayong mga iba't ibang livelihood program in relation sa agriculture na pwede mong ma-share sa amin?
Yung pinaka-patok na patok sa amin na livelihood training is yung free-range chicken. Bale, si Mayor Christy Angeles, siya ang nagpo-provide ng 10 inahin at saka isang tandang sa bawat KWO member.
Wow! So talaga namang makakatulong ito sa karamihan dahil sa program niyo itong free-range chicken.
Oo,
Miss Katie.
super laking tulong kasi lalo na ngayon may pandemic tayo.
Andito naman tayo ngayon sa livelihood seminar ng KWO. So Miss Katie, pwede niyo ba i-explain sa amin kung tungkol saan ang seminar niyo today?
So ngayon meron tayong ipipresent na tatlong livelihood training. Itong dishwashing liquid making, fabric conditioner making, and citronella oil making.
Good luck, Ma'am Katie, sa KWO. Sana pagbalik ko, mas lumaki na rin tong organization niyo at mas marami pa kayong matulungan dito sa Tarlac City.
Thank you po, Ms. Diane. Hopefully po yung 14,850 natin maging 25,000 members sa next visit niyo po dito.
Or baka more pa niyan. Another highlight na must visit dito sa Tarlac City ay ang Balanti Farmers Market. Ang barangay ng Balanti dito sa Tarlac City ay kilalang vegetable basket dahil sa mga fresh farm produce nito. Good morning everyone! It's a beautiful day here in Tarlac City. Andito tayo ngayon sa Balanti Farmers Market at kasama natin si Tita Myra. Hello! Para samahan tayo libutin ang iba't ibang stalls na makikita natin dito. Tara na, samahan nyo kami.
The Balanti Farmers Market is a concept na nagsimula because of the pandemic. Of course, the first person we talked to was Mayora. Ate Christy was so very supportive of it. So ang Balanti Farmers Market is our ROFAB, Riverside Organic Farmers Association of Balanti, way to get fair trade, for people to buy local and to buy fresh. The other one is you should to have an enjoyable experience.
So ito, nakabili na ako. Ready na ako kumain mamaya for lunch. Ito na ang gagawin ni Chef na pizza. Matapos natin libutin ang mga fresh produce at ang mga halaman, andito naman po tayo sa mga ready-to-eat meal na talaga naman kanina ko pa gusto matikman. Ang sarap niya. Sobrang well-balanced yung flavors. Talagang babalik-balikan mo siya. Promise, masarap. Try nyo! After mo mag-shopping sa farmer's market, pwede ka na rin mag-relax sa Balemi. Sino nga ba ang hindi mamamangha sa view? And surely, makakapag-relax ka dito. So now, andito na po tayo sa Balemi and here with us is Tita Myra ulit.
Initially, nagsimula siya, ito pa lang, yung kubo pa lang, tapos the following year, yung swimming pool. It was like a weekend house. And we put up a chapel.
Here po.
Oo, may chapel. And then, anong gagawin dito except pagtanim? And so, we went into organic farming. Hindi niya natatanong, ang Balanti is also a lemongrass farm. Oo, it's a tanglad. And it's the tanglad that you see in the lechon manok. But then, you need to think of something more of value, no? So that's why we extract oil from the lemongrass and we make soaps. So it recently won an award as the best organic award, best organic product na non-food. Non-food siya. Ever since, ewan ko, it's something with the land, but yung ano namin, yung mais namin is well known. Malagkit siya, native, hindi siya imported, hindi siya Japanese or whatever. It's homegrown here in Balanti.
Wow, talagang mapagmamalaki din po talaga.
Madali na lang magpunta ng Tarlac ngayon. 2 hours via the expressway. Mas matagal pa yung time mo sa EDSA. Please come to Balemi. Your sea of trees, your peaceful haven is waiting for you.
Being the economic hub of the province, Tarlac City, the fast-booming economy of the city, paved the way for new businesses to spring out. From shopping malls to agricultural industries and public parks and spaces, Tarlac City is indeed an up-and-coming economic powerhouse. So, if you are planning to visit Tarlac City, there are numerous hotels and inns na talaga namang pasok sa budget nyo.
I think Manila is already getting too congested, so people are finding places they're really lumalabas na. They're moving away from Metro Manila. I guess it's also the traffic, okay? But you see them, it started going south, but now I see it, they're moving towards the north. They care. Ganon yung mga tao dito ng mga Tarlaceño. Yun ang feedback from our guests. That's why we get so much repeat customers. It's because of their experience here. Na parang bahay. Ganon na sa kanila. They stay here. Na they feel they're at home. For the family, for those the adventurous types, there's so much things here to do in Tarlac. So please visit. Try visiting Tarlac City.
With the ongoing projects of Mayor Christy Angeles, diba? She's really trying to keep or to make Tarlac City clean, diba? Umpisahan natin doon. Kasi kapag malinis yung lugar mo, then people will come to your kasi diba, malinis dito, maganda dito, diba? Pero ang daming ginagawa ngayon ni Mayor for Tarlac City, diba? So that we can invite. Basically, Tarlaceños are very warm people.
Hi! Visit Tarlac City!
Marami sa atin dito kahit na alam mo hirap na. Pero kahit na ano pa yan, basta't kaya magbigay, magbibigay yan. So, I believe, yun yung typical ng mga Filipinos eh. So, as Tarlaceños, as Filipinos, yun yung masasabi kong anybody na mag-visit sa Tarlac would find it, yung mga Tarlaceños na eto, masaya ako. Not only because maganda yung lugar, but because of the people.
Sobrang nag-enjoy ako touring around Tarlac City today. From shopping to food hopping, what else could I ask for? After a long day, we are now here at Westwood Farm and Cafe Isabella to have dinner. I'm looking forward to taste their pasta and pizza. So what else are you waiting for? Come join me.
If gusto nyo naman ng good food and fine dining, surely, pasado sa inyo ang Cafe Isabella. From mouth-watering steak to their appetizers, sigurado, perfectong restaurant na to for everyone.
Ang Westwood Farm nag-start ng 98. Ano lang, hobby rin kasi sa landscaping, ganyan. Tapos yung mga visitors na pumupunta, nag-ano sila na mag-rent. Inaano kami mag-rent sa mga weddings, ganyan. Doon kami nag-start na magkaroon ng events place, mga ganyan. Tapos syempre, it follows na. Nandun na yung hotel.
Sunod-sunod na talaga.
Sunod-sunod na. Tapos, yun, yung Cafe Isabela. Bali, ang Cafe Isabela, ang talagang specialty namin is yung ribeye steak na talagang ano. Tapos ang paella, then yung osobuco, it's a French cuisine na simmered sa tomato, fresh tomatoes. Tapos meron kaming oriental noodles.
Wow!
And then yung spaghetti aglio olio.
Favorite ko to. Kain na tayo?
Okay.
Lambot siya, sarap.
It's really good. Any other future plans for Westwood Farm?
Bali dito sa Westwood, meron ng yung chapel na simulan na, ongoing pa rin ang construction. Meron, may plan na gumawa ng spa.
Wow.
Then, yung zipline, ongoing din.
Nice! So,
Tapos
kaka-zipline, exciting.
Then yung pwede rin mag-horseback. Mag-horseback, then meron din yung mga boating and fishing. Yun yung mga bali ng Westwood Farm na coming soon.
Wow! Ang dami pala ng magagawa dito sa Westwood
Para
Farm.
one-stop ano na siya.
One-stop shop na talaga,
Oo,
no?
nandun na lahat.
So, ano pang hinihintay nyo? Ang dami talagang magagawa dito sa Westwood Farm. If you're planning a nightcap with friends, you can visit the gallery located here at Westwood Farm. I can't wait to try all these sumptuous food. Cheers! Wow! Nabusog talaga ako today sa dami nating napuntahan dito sa Tarlac City. Winkies, please. Thank you. Oh, it's already late. I think we need to take a rest now. Okay guys, so join me again tomorrow as we explore more about Tarlac City. Good night! Tarlac City is full of surprises, from its history, mouth-watering dishes, and amazing handicraft. Pero, ano pa nga bang hindi pa natin nakikita dito sa Tarlac City? Every month of January, Tarlac City is celebrating the feast of San Sebastian, the patron saint of the city. To commemorate this, the city is celebrating Kaisa Festival, a week-long festivity celebrating the people of Tarlac City. Like what others would say, the greatest asset of a community are the people living in it. Tarlac City Mayor Maria Cristina Angeles deemed it necessary to celebrate the ingenuity, hospitality, and creativity of the people of Tarlac City by celebrating Kaisa Festival. Coined from the word Kaisa, which means in unity or oneness, this is the perfect description of the people of Tarlac City. From creative dances to festive celebrations, the Kaisa Festival is a testament of the living values of every Tarlacenyo has. We are very honored to have here with us the very first Lady Mayor of Tarlac City after 228 years. We have here with us Mayor Christy Angeles. Mayor Christy, thank you so much for your time. I know sobrang busy nyo po, lalong-lalo na't hands-on talaga kayo sa mga programa dito sa Tarlac City. Actually,
the past few days, umiikot po talaga ako sa Tarlac City. Sobra po, madami akong natutunan at nabusog talaga ako sa iba't ibang napuntahan kong restaurants po dito. Mayor Christie, I have a few questions lang po about Tarlac City. I've been hearing about Kaisa Festival. Can you tell us more about the Kaisa Festival, how it started? Ano po ba yung mga nangyayari kapag meron po tayong Kaisa Festival?
Okay. Actually, yung word na Kaisa Festival was coined when I assumed office in 2016. Inabutan ko ang city government, watak-watak, walang direksyon, maraming problemang minana, magulo ang palengke, traffic, and basura. So we coined something, we thought of something that will identify Tarlac City. So we thought of the word magkaisa. From the word magkaisa, inalis natin yung mag, we made it into a Kaisa Festival. So let's make it into a festival so that our people will always have this chance na every fiesta natin, we will all come together, get together, stay united, and enjoy the different events and programs, activities that the city government has planned for our people. Among all the activities that we have during the Fiesta Week is the annual search for Miss Tarlac City, the Grand Float Parade featuring colorful, creative, and elaborate floats from the different sectors. And then we also have the Kaisa Music Festival featuring national bands. Nag-i-invite tayo ng mga national artists and bands to play music for our young people. And then we have the Pana Pana Festival featuring the artistic performances of the Tarlac City students coming from both the private and the public school in honor of Saint Sebastian. This is done in the afternoon, and then we stay up late in the night with all our young children performing different dances in honor of Saint Sebastian. And of course, hindi nawawala yung annual trade fair natin where our small and medium businesses have the chance to showcase their products.
Sounds exciting po pala yung Kaisa Festival. Sayang this year, nagkaroon lang po na ng pandemic. But I hope next year, ma-invite nyo din po sana ako.
Sure. Please come and join us.
Next question po, Mayor Christie. Can you tell us more about the accomplishments po dito sa Tarlac City?
So far, in 4 years of my term, Tarlac City has won various awards, both from the provincial, regional, and national level. Among them are the 2019 Seal of Good Local Governance, the 2019 and 2020 Anti-Drug Abuse Awardee given to us by the DILG, the 2020 Best PWD Organization for our Samahan ng mga May Kapansanan, and then the 2020 DepEd Region 3 Outstanding Local Government Unit Stakeholder. And then we also have the 2018 Seal of Child-Friendly Local Governance and Presidential Award for Child-Friendly Cities. Best Performing LGU din tayo for the implementation of the ILG projects. And of course, nandyan yung ating pagiging second top scorer for the whole Region 3 ng Manila Bay Cleanup, Rehabilitation, and Compliance Assessment. That was for 2017. These are the awards we've received, but we also have major achievements and accomplishments during my time and during the past 4 years. Of course, hindi makakaila. In 2016, nagmana po tayo ng pagkalalaking mga utang to a tune of 450 million more or less. Inabutan natin ng city government negative cash flow ng 1.23 billion. Halos kulang pa pambayad sa mga utilities, pangsahod, pansweldo. And then, the 3 major problems that we inherited, the traffic, basura, palengke, plus all the maraming maanumalyang kontrata. Among them are the one that is in the 6 hectares na humigit kumulang sa Uniwide na God is good. Napanalunan na natin to. We've won it back in 3 years' time. Nanalo tayo sa kasong ito. Also, the 38,000 square meters under the joint venture agreement ng MRF sa Barangay Armenia, napanalunan din natin ito. And of course, yung ating pure gold sa downtown public market. We've won these from a mere 70,000 rental per month. Now they're paying us 810,000 monthly rental. So these are what I can call achievements pagdating sa mga legal problems and mga maanumalyang kontrata that we inherited from the past. And among our accomplishments that I'm very proud to share with other LGUs is our 18-in-1 Angel Care Program. Kandiyan yung bumababa kami in all 76 barangays. Bit-bit ko lahat ang buong team from doctors, dentists, ang ating mga City Hall employees para ibaba ang programa. And these are the medical, dental, the butika. Dala-dala ko yung ating libreng butika. Pharmacy, namimigay ng libreng gamot. Sa mga buntis, libreng newborn kit. Namimigay din ako ng libreng salamin para sa malinaw na paningin. Bit-bit ko rin ang LCR office natin. Nag-aayos ng mga late birth certificate registration. With me also is the legal team na tumutulong to give legal services for our people. And then, sinisingitan ko ng Angel Cut Operation Tuli for our young boys. And then, every school year, nandiyan yung libreng school bag with complete school supplies for all our 47,000 pupils in all 88 public elementary schools. Nagbibigay din tayo ng kasalang barangay, so all couples in barangays na may gustong mga magpakasal ng civil wedding. Nandiyan din yung alalay natin sa mga may sakit at kapansanan na dinadala pa natin sa ibang provinces to give them free surgeries. Nandiyan yung local job recruitment, sumasama sa atin ng CMDESO, nag-on-the-spot interview ng mga applicants sa barangay. At ang pinakasikat yung ating libreng angel casket. Ito talaga in demand ito sa sitwasyon ngayon. Oo, yeah. Isang tawag lang, bibigay lang nila yung size, ibibigay namin, i-deliver namin even if it's in the middle of the night. And of course, isa rin na mabili dito yung anti-rabies para sa mga aso at pusa. Ito yung pag nakagat ka ng aso, very expensive ang injections na ito. You need about 3 doses of this. All this we give for free. Basta pumunta sila sa ating anti-rabies clinic, libre na yon yung 3 doses nila. And we also give the libreng blood typing, libreng sine para kay lolo at lola. And the latest that we will launch will be the Anghel Bakuna laban sa COVID. Ito on the process pa lang na nakikipag-ayos tayo for a tripartite agreement with the national government. And I'm also happy as one of our achievement, we will be the first to be a smart city in Region 3. Ito yung launching ng Angel Anghel or Angel Portal Ecosystem Project natin, wherein 167,000 residents ang nag-register at ibababa sa mga cellphones nila yung application. At the fingertip, bababa sa kanila ang programa at tulong ng City Government of Tarlac. And for our teachers, in terms of education, yung ating school board allowance, binalik at dinagdagan natin. All teachers, to about 2,400 plus of them, they get monthly allowance of 1,000, na dati walang ganyan. So a total of 12,000 a year per teacher ang tumatanggap pa from the city government. Including our senior citizen, we have about 37 to 38,000 senior citizen. Meron silang annual na tinatawag naming cash gift allowance or Christmas gift allowance. And of course, to top it all, yung mga infrastructures natin sa lahat ng mga barangays natin, CDF ng mga barangays natin, but the main trust or yung maipagmamalaki ko talagang major project or infra for Tarlac City, yung ating Tarlac City Plaza improvement. It's ongoing right now, to which mga good senators have helped us para maayos itong ating plaza. Later on, i-announce din namin pagka nagkaroon ng grand launching tayo. Invite natin yung mga senators na tumutulong lagi sa Tarlac City na hindi nakakalimot sa mga infrastructures natin. And of course, yung ating Kaisa Convention Hall, that's about 50 million from the savings of the city. Nakapagpatayo tayo ng ganitong convention hall that can house about 1,500 visitors in one sitting. Ongoing din yung ating Tarlac City Gymnatorium. Marami ring senators ang tumutulong sa atin dito na nag-pledge of support at nagpapasalamat din ako sa kanila. Later on, i-mention ko rin kung sino-sino yung mga dapat kong pasalamatan. Pag nagkaroon tayo ng inauguration of this infrastructure, we will be inviting them so the people of Tarlac City will know kung sino itong mga tumutulong sa ating senators. And of course, the biggest challenge is the flooding in MacArthur Highway, wherein nakapag-start na tayo with the flood mitigation project. It's a new concept or technology wherein ang tubig ibababa sa ilalim. May catchment basin tayong ilalagay under the MacArthur Highway Road na kung saan babagsak ang tubig and it will flow all the way to Masalasa Creek. So the entire MacArthur Highway that is perennially being flooded, minsan tuhod hanggang bewang ang lalim ng tubig, we hope na with the help of also our senators and congressmen, mariresolba din ito in time.
Okay, Mayor Christy, sobrang lucky naman po ng mga Tarlaceños to have you as their mayor, lalong-lalo na po sa pag-share nyo sa akin at sa mga viewers ng lahat ng achievements, awards, and mga programs nyo. Mayor Christy, can you now invite our viewers to come and visit Tarlac City?
To all our viewers, we'd like to invite all of you to come and join us in our annual Kaisa Festival. You will get to see all the beautiful things about Tarlac City, our people, our culture, and the beautiful spots that we have to offer you. But most especially, don't forget when you come to visit us to taste the different good food that Tarlac City has to offer you. This is something, an experience of a lifetime. So please join us again. Probably when the COVID is done and over with, we can start with all this celebration again. Please join us. You're most welcome to visit us here in Tarlac City.
Thank you again, Mayor Christy, for your time. Sobrang memorable po talaga yung pag-visit ko dito sa Tarlac City. Sana maulit-ulit.
Yes, sana. Hope you will. Hindi ka sasawa coming always to visit us. Thank you, Diane. Thank you.
Through the city slogan, Magkaisa, bawat oras sama-sama, Tarlac City is a living testament that unity can be attained through diversity. Through the leadership of Mayor Christy Angeles, Tarlac City has undergone a lot of major developments. The construction of the Kaisa Convention Hall, a world-class architectural beauty that has already housed a lot of big events in the city since its inauguration in 2019. The ongoing development of the Tarlac City Plazuela as it transforms into a community park at par with national and of course even international parks. The ongoing construction of the Tarlac City Gymnatorium that is slated to become a powerhouse venue for big sporting and entertainment events and gatherings. Tarlac City is definitely a city for all ages, for business people looking for new ventures, to fun-loving backpackers, or for families looking for a quick getaway. Truly, the warmth of the people here in the city will make you feel at home. Tarlac City is a must-visit place, from the good food, different places to go to, and of course, the warmth and hospitality of the Tarlaceños. That's why Tarlac City will definitely leave a mark in your heart. From an old town to this amazing city, Tarlac City has grown and is continuing to develop as a premier city here in the Philippines. Sobrang na-captivate ako sa beauty and charm ng Tarlac City. My name is Diane Hernandez and I hope that you enjoyed touring Tarlac City with me. Dakala salamat po!